I'm not going to lie to you, Wilson. The state has a pretty strong case against you. You're on trial for your life. Everything depends on the impression we make.
I realize that, Mr. Mason. I know you'll do your best.
Very well.
This court is now in session. Judge William Bluey presiding.
Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Everybody rise, because here come the judge.
The Copycats with guest host Raymond Burr, starring George Kirby and Frank Gorshin, featuring Marilyn Michael, Joe Baker, Fred Cavallina, and also starring Rich Little. And now, here's your host for this week's Copycats, Mr. Raymond Burr.
It's certainly nice to be on my feet again. Especially to spend an hour with all these talented copycats. You know, when I'm playing Ironside, I usually appear to be a bit ill-tempered and gruff. But tonight, I can really let my hair down.
Well, that's great, Ray. I want to say that...
Do you mind? I haven't finished yet. Just a moment. Yes, it's going to be a great fun hour. I know we're all going to be good friends.
Well, Ray, I'm sure...
Look, if you don't let me finish, I'm walking. Walking.
Can't we even...
Silence! The kids and I have had such a great ball in rehearsal. I know this show's going to be one big party. Right, gang?
You know, it's a thrill to welcome you, Ray.
Well, thank you, Rich. You know,
Shut up, Burr! My turn to talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back right after this 1 minute's message.
I like a copycat with guts.
Order. Order in the court. Will the defendant please rise? Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
You find the defendant, Peter Falk, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Case dismissed.
Well, Mr. Falk, you're a free man. The jury's completely exonerated you of all charges of stealing the $50,000 from the Madison Midland Bank.
Yeah, that's great, Consular. That's just great, and that's beautiful. But tell me something, what does that mean? Do I have to give the money back?
This Jimmy Stewart here, I played many parts in my life. This ridiculous. Well, Perry, you've solved another case and won another verdict. You know, you really amaze me. How do you figure out the answers to all these cases?
Well, it's not that difficult, Paul. It's really a matter of simple deduction. For instance, did you hear the downstairs door just close?
Well, sure, Perry.
Do you hear the footsteps on the stairs approaching us?
Well, yes, but so what?
I'll tell you, so what, Paul? I can tell by the footsteps that our caller has a limp.
It's amazing.
The limp is in his right leg, and he's using a cane. The cane is made of Indian walnut, not available in this country. Therefore, he received his limp by a saber wound in Army service in India. He is 6'1", and by the volume of his steps, I know he is bald.
Fantastic.
As he comes closer, I know that he held the rank of major in the British Army. And the length of his stride tells me that he's left-handed and has a scar on his right cheek.
It's unbelievable.
His left hand is worn down, which obviously means he wears rimless glasses and speaks in a lisp. He's therefore an English major who is bald, a battle veteran, and a master of disguise.
listen to me and listen to me good. I have built this studio up from nothing. I came out here to Hollywood with nothing. You hear that? Nothing. Nothing but a dream. And $5 million. And I made it.
He made it.
He made it. Right. Yes, let me tell you something. I built this studio with my bare hands. I have a blister on every single finger for every single soundstage. I poured my heart, poured my soul into every single film. I did it my way, alone, without any flunkies and without any yes men around me. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. I got problems. Me, a man who was a close personal friend to the late Al Jolson, and you know what that means.
Tootsie, goodbye.
Tootsie, don't cry.
Send in my cowboy.
Send in his cowboy.
Send in his cowboy. Well. And that takes care of the whole week. There you are. There you are. My big star, my big movie star. I paid a fortune in publicity for you.
He paid a fortune in publicity for you.
Signed your contract for $10,000 a week with this pen.
The very pen that General Douglas MacArthur used to sign the Japanese surrender on the battleship Missouri.
Battleship Missouri.
Missouri.
Treated you like my own son, you hear that?
Like his own son.
Like my own son. Can you imagine that? That makes me sad. It brings me to the point of tears. Does it bring you boys to the point of tears?
That's right.
We're crying. We're crying.
I want to know why. Why after months of coaching, big star, weeks of screen tests, big star, I preview your first film and the public tells me you'll stay. Now why is that?
I can't help it if I can't stand those smelly horses. I hate the way the guns go. Boom, boom.
This is Spiro Agnew. What did I do wrong this time, Dick?
I'm back.
Come on, Doc. I gotta get moving. There's an invasion going on out there, and I'd kind of like to be part of it.
Sorry, General. You're gonna have to sit this one out. Got a broken ankle.
Is that all? Lace it up, mister, and lace it up tight.
But General, you can't
Lace it up!
Yes,
That's
sir.
an order.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a war to win. A little thing like a broken ankle ain't gonna stop.
All right, General. Good luck, sir.
Carry on.
Your first trip on the Orient Express.
Yes, I'm on my way to Istanbul.
I see, my friend. But let me warn you.
Oh?
There are a million savory characters aboard this train. Men without past, women without futures, men without women, cups without coffee. They are desperate people on missions of intrigue. Speaking of missions, this speech will self-destruct in 5 minutes. If I'm not being too curious, my friend, may I ask, what brings you to this part of the country? Is it a woman?
Well, it always is, isn't it? If it is in time, enjoying a lot of fun with the peculiar person.
Excuse me. I wonder if I may share your compartment. I won't keep you long. You see, they're searching the train for a murderer. Well, I think I may be safer in here.
And who are you, my friend?
I'm the murderer. What do you think I'm doing in this sketch?
You see, my friend, danger everywhere on the Orient Express.
Gentlemen, I wonder if I could stay here until we pass the next checkpoint. My sleeping car is occupied at the moment.
By whom?
The Prime Minister of Belgravia.
How exciting.
No, not really. He's dead.
I had nothing to do with it, you hear? Nothing to do with it at all. I'm innocent. The man I killed was a spy. An enemy of the state.
Burr.
Thank you, I needed that.
What brings you on the Orient Express, fat man?
A matter of diamonds. Diamonds in this briefcase with a fortune. Earth beyond your wildest dreams. And you, my friend.
I'm on a mission of extreme secrecy from my government. I'm going to try to bring out one of our agents who is even now in the hands of the KGB. If he talks, he could mean the lives of hundreds of our operatives.
Nasty business.
Excuse me. This, compartment 27?
Yes, it is, my friend.
They'll be checking our papers in just a minute. I hope yours are in order.
I sure hope so. Travel agent took care of everything.
Travel agent?
Yeah. My first trip in this territory. I'm a life insurance salesman, Toledo, Ohio.
You are?
I are.
Well, I'm Bill Lewis, shoe salesman from Cleveland.
I'm Jonathan, the Ebony Magazine, New York City.
Ed Dingbat, tie salesman, Portland, Oregon.
Hey, anybody for gin?
Yeah, I'm going to play scotch.
How do you play scotch?
Yeah,
That's it. You guys
Next stop, Kansas City.
Okay, Jake.
Here's good luck. Now, let me get the facts straight, Miss Ormsby. On the night of October 7th, you were bathing your beautiful body in a bath of bubbles when a big, bad, bumbling, burly burglar born in blustery Buffalo beleaguered and bedeviled your Boston bungalow by bending and breaking the bolt on your bedroom balcony and burglarizing your bureau of beautiful baubles, with which you bedecked your blue bathrobe body in your boudoir before Betty by.
Would you say that again, please?
I think I just did. Now, exactly 1 hour after the burglar broke into your bedroom at 2 a.m. precisely, a call was put through to police headquarters for help. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
And who put through that call?
The burglar.
The next case won't take up much of your time, Your Honor. The defendant, Lee Marvin, was arrested for driving 50 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. Is that not so, Mr. Marvin?
Yeah, you're gonna believe it, Polly. I was going 50 miles an hour. First of all, there was a police car chasing me. I was drunk out of my mind. I had 3 unlicensed revolvers and a packet of stolen jewels in my glove compartment, and the body of my dead wife stacked in the trunk. Now you tell me, isn't that reason enough to go speeding?
Certainly is. Certainly is. Case dismissed.
This is Raymond Burr. Your Honor, may I be permitted to approach the bench carefully?
Tonight, the country copycats.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When When I was just a baby, my mother told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And I hear that train a-blowing, and I hang my head and die. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest tonight, Mr. Walter Brennan.
6 rounds drinking with the rest of the guys. 6 rounds of what? I bought 5. Spent groceries and half the rent. $14.27. Dang me! Dang me! Why, they ought to take a rope and hang me. Hang me from the highest tree. Well, won't you reap for me? Roses red, lots of purple, sugar sweet, and so is maple circle. Well, I'm the 7th of 7 sons. My pappy was a pistol, and I'm a son of a gun. Dang me, why they ought to take a rope and hang me. Hang me from the highest tree. Well, won't you weep for me?
My next guest, a great star who I just made a movie with called A Gunfight. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kurt Douglas.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much to mar on me. Just an old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid. The meanest thing he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke. That lots of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. And I'd tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
Here's that rose garden lady, Miss Lynn Anderson.
Beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. When you take, you gotta give, so live and let go. Oh, 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 oh. I beg your pardon.
Grew up quick and I grew up mean. Fist got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name.
Hi, I'm Glenn Camp. I'm gonna sing a song nobody likes tonight. It's known that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and ink stains that I tried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. That keeps you ever gentle on my mind. Here we go again now. Oh! It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me. Or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. And for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Hours you're just gentle on my mind.
When I saw my daddy, we had a fight. I know you hate me, he said, and you got a right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eyes, because I'm the guy that named you Sue.
Okay, John, here we go now. Hey. Now the Rockland Line, she's a mighty good road. Rockland Line, it's a road to ride. Rockland Line, it's a mighty good road. Well, if you're riding, gonna ride it like you find it. Get your ticket at the station for the Rockland Line. Take it down now, yeah.
Cloudy in the west, looks like rain. Around the curve, come past your train. Northbound train, the southbound track. It's all right to leave him, but he won't be back.
Rockland Line, she's a mighty good road. Rockland Line, it's a road to ride. Rockland Line, it's a mighty good road. Well, if you're riding, gotta ride it like you find it. Get your ticket at the station for the Rock Island Line.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something else. I think that's a great song. I really do.
Well, this is Walter Cronkite. Boy, have I got news for you. It's a great pleasure to meet you, Doctor.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, no, it's mine.
Hey, this is Rod Steiger. Now, I have been asked to tell you this next scene is from Cades County with Glenn Ford and Edgar Buchanan.
This next scene is from Cades County with Glenn Ford and Edgar Buchanan.
Well, kid, you done it this time. DA says you can't hold a suspect any longer unless you charge him.
Well, what do you want me to charge him with, huh?
You can start by charging him $20 a day for room and board.
Yeah, well, I just wish it were that simple, but it's not. You know, I mean, everything points to him as the killer, but we just don't have the murder weapon. Now, I could just get my hands, on the murder weapon. I could pin this rap on him.
The victim was killed by a truck.
Yeah, well, I know. Now, the question is, where could the suspect hide a truck?
Well, it's not on him. I searched him all over.
Why is it that the smart hero always has to get a dumb sidekick?
This is David Jackson. Guess what? I'm running again.
And furthermore, I intend to prove, Your Honor, that on the night of the fatal accident, the defendant was as sober as a judge.
Oh, what you said. You go wash your mouth out with soap and water.
My name is George Patton. I'm a general in the United States Army, and I love war. Yes, I eat, sleep, and breathe war. War is my wife. It's my mistress. And I might add, it's a darn good cook. I love the sound of war. Yes, to me, the most thrilling sound of all in the field of battle, the most stirring sound in the life of any soldier, that sound that comes at the end of each day, at the beginning of each dawn, and that sound is the sound of taps. Let's hear taps.
Well, how good it is to meet you, Mr. Bernstein.
I'm sorry, that's Bernstein, Leonard Bernstein.
But of course, forgive me, Mr. Bernstein.
Oh, that's quite all right, Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Frankenstein.
Well, don't mention it, Mr. Bernstein.
Stein.
Go the heck with it. Let's go have a stein of beer.
Stop. This is Glenn Ford. This year in Cades County, the show has taken kind of a new twist.
Now, Mr. Laurel, you were the only witness when it was alleged that my client broke into the New York City Museum and stole this suitcase full of valuable china and old Venetian glass. I insist there is not a shred of evidence to prove this, and I want you to help me throw this case out of court.
Well, certainly, Mr. Mason. Anything to oblige.
Good evening. James Mason here. Even we in the motion picture industry, just as you out there, have idols. There were two that I've always admired. The great Judy Garland and the legendary Al Jolson. I only had the honor of working with one of these two great entertainers. That was Judy Garland in A Star is Born. What a pleasure that was. But right now, we are all going to have the thrill of watching on the Copycats Judy and Jolie working together for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, Judy Garland and Al Jolson.
With a Dixie melody.
When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie, just hang that cradle by me mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee
With what?
with all the love that's
You
in
dog.
her.
Weep no more, my lady, on Mammy, sing it again for me.
Sing soft and loud, just as though you had me on your knee.
I bring it big because I'll deliver.
Oh, yeah.
The moment that you sing that Swanee River.
Rock-a-bye, your rock-a-bye, baby, with a Dixie melody. A Dixie melody.
A Dixie melody.
A Dixie melody.
Dixie melody.
I've been away from you a long time. I never thought I'd miss you so. Somehow I feel your love is real. Near you, I long to be. I long to be. The birds are singing this song time. The banjo strumming soft and low.
I know that you're calling me too.
Swanee, you're calling me. Oh, Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee.
I give it all world just to be among the folks in
D-I-X, I even know my Mary's praying for me, down by the Swanee.
the folks up north will see me no more. When I get to that Swanee shore.
Swanee, Swanee, I'm coming back, Swanee. I love the old folks at home.
Mammy, listen to what they're playing. They're playing Weep No More, my lady. Sing it for me.
Oh, yes, sing it soft and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver. The minute that you sing that Swanee River, rock-a-bye, you're rock-a-bye, baby. The Dixie Swanee.
Darling, have you seen my slippers?
You've lost your slippers?
No, dear, they're not lost.
You can't find them, can you?
No.
Then the assumption is that they are lost. Now, when did you last see the aforementioned slippers?
Well, I think it was this morning.
You
Ron.
think?
Yes, it was this morning.
What time?
I don't remember.
Or is it that you don't want to remember?
Perry, please.
I suggest you need advice of counsel.
Oh, I do. You accept our son.
He's acceptable to the court.
Fred, your father is grilling me again. Please, Fred, defend me.
Your witness, son.
Thanks, Pop.
May it please the court, I haven't had sufficient time to familiarize myself with the slippers. So I asked for a postponement, Your Honor.
This living room is in recess till after dinner.
Thanks, Uncle Willie.
For you, Della.
Well, Senator Kennedy, first off, let me ask you this question. Do you think that President Nixon is doing a good job in the White House?
Well, I think he's doing a great job in the White House. It's the rest of the country I worry about.
Senator Kennedy, what is your opinion of Phase 2?
It's one of the finest discotheques I've ever been in my life.
What is your opinion of the Vice President, Spiro Agnew? Well, Senator Kennedy, in closing, this interview may be seen on a program called Copycats, where various people do impressions. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I was wondering if you could close by doing an impression for us this evening.
Well, I'd love to do that, and as a matter of fact, I do a great impression of Oliver Hardy. Would you like to see that?
I'd love to see that.
All right. Here's another nice mess you've gotten us into.
Well, this is Walter Cronkite. We've been talking to Senator Edward Kennedy. Good night. I thought it went very well. It was.
What'd you think of the impression?
It was very.
What you telling me, Father? Do you think they'll ever allow us priests to marry?
Oh, perhaps not in our lifetime, Father, but certainly in the lifetime of our children or grandchildren.
Yes, do you think so?
And now, new copycat Fred Travalena as Beatles' John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Hey, John, the copycats have asked a favor of us. They have.
Well, I'll have to check with Yoko.
Well, there's not the time. Some famous people want to sing some of our songs.
What famous people?
Just Ella Fitzgerald, Dean Martin, Pearl Bailey, Tony Bennett, Ray Charles, Edie Gourmet, Raymond Burr.
That's fantastic, that.
And Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Never heard of them.
But they made us a few pounds, whack.
We're Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We hope you will enjoy the show. We're Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sit back and let the evening go.
Oobla-dee, oobla-da, life goes on. Da-da-da, life goes on. Oobla-dee, oobla-da, life goes on. La-la-la, life goes on.
Oobla-dee, oobla-da, life goes on. La-la-la, life goes on.
I was alone, I took a ride, I didn't know what I would find there. Another road where maybe I could see another kind of mind there. Oh, suddenly I see you. Oh, did I tell you I need you every single day?
my life.
Your day breaks, your mind aches. You find that all his words of kindness linger on when he no longer needs you. And in his eyes you see nothing, no sign of love behind the tears cried for no one. A love that should have lasted years.
You know, honey, I think I'm going out of my mind. Yes, I think it's gonna be today. Yeah. Oh, the boy that's driving me mad. Well, that child is going away. Oh, but he is, honey, child. Now I've got a ticket to ride. Yes, he's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride, but he don't care. Sing with me, honey. I don't know why he's riding so high. You'll think twice, you'll do right by me. But when he gets to saying goodbye, you'll think twice, you'll do right by me. You know, the more I think about this thing, is something else is on my mind. Listen here. Here come old Flat Top, he got grooving up slowly. He got Juju, I thought he won. Holy roller, he's got that hair, honey, down to his knees. Don't you know he's got to be a joker? He just do what he please. Oh, come together right now. You hear me saying over me. Oh, these shoes, I gotta get out of these shoes. I'm sorry. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She would not say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary come to me, yeah, now, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be now, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, yeah, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be now, child, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be. Sing the song now, children, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be now. All you need is love. All you need is love. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves me. Don't wanna leave her now. You know I believe her now. You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. I don't know. You stick around and it may show. I don't know. I don't know.
Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you
You know, when you think of immortals on the screen, you think of Clark Gable, John Barrymore, Greta Garbo, Gary Cooper. But no star ever shone as bright as that of Humphrey Bogart.
Now, this is Edward G. Robinson. I remember when Bogey joined Murderers Row at Warner Brothers Studios. This is James Cagney. He played a gangster so effectively that many people thought he was one himself.
This is Sidney Greenstreet. Of course, it was extremely difficult to separate the private eye Bogey from the gangster Bogart because he was tough. This is Peter Lorre. I liked Bogey because he was 100% of what he was.
This is Claude Rains. That was very rich if you knew him, so you took all the advantages with the disadvantages.
This is Humphrey Bogart. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I probably made some of the worst pictures on celluloid. I was just an actor doing my job. I wasn't a pretty boy nor a conventional leading man. And on top of it, I probably violated every rule of the movie business. But I tried to be a good actor. Now, don't get the idea that I ever played the all-American boy. I never did that. I played a variety of roles, a priest in the left hand of God, a Mexican in Virginia City, and a psychopathic sea captain in a picture called The Cane Mutiny. Now, there's no need to bring Ensign Harding to the stand. I know exactly what he'll tell you. Lies, nothing but lies. They were all disloyal. I tried to run the ship properly by the book, but they fought me at every turn. They were all against me. Take the broken tow line. Defective equipment, no more, no less, but they encouraged the crew to go around scoffing at me and circulating wild stories. If the men want to run around with their shirt tails hanging out, let them. I was to blame for Mr. Merrick's incompetence and poor seamanship, but the strawberries. Yes, gentlemen, the strawberries, that's where I had them. They laughed at me, but I proved beyond the shadow of a doubt, and with geometric logic and deduction that a duplicate key to the wardroom icebox did exist. And I'd have produced that key if they hadn't pulled the cane out of action. Mr. Merrick was the perfect officer, but not Captain Queeg. Naturally, I can only remember these things from memory. If I've left anything out, ask me specific questions, gentlemen, and I'll be glad to tackle them one by one. You know, out of 75 pictures, I do have my favorites. The Maltese Falcon, considered by many to be the best detective story ever made. To Have and to Have Not, the first picture I made with Lauren Bacall. And there was The African Queen. That's a picture nobody in the Bogart cult watches. They say it wasn't me. It wasn't the real bogey. It wasn't San Quentin or the Big Sleep. It was just a trip down a jungle river with a middle-aged guy named Humphrey Bogart. But it won me my one and only Oscar. I guess there's something to be said for that. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply. As time goes by. See you around, sweetheart.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed being with the copycats tonight. I should arrest you all as imposters, but I've had too good a time. I'm sorry it's over. Say goodnight, Frank.
Good night, Frank.
Say goodnight, George.
Good night, George. Say good night, Fred.
Good night, Fred. Marilyn?
Good night, Marilyn. Say good night, Joe.
Good night, Joe. Say good night, Rich.
Good night, Rich. Say good night, Ray.
Good night, Ray.
That's good.
Good night, everybody.
So good.